Katherine Ryan has detailed how one of her husband's ex-girlfriends slid into his direct messages just days after they welcomed their son Fred. The comedian, 37, who describes herself as calm and collected, said she would never have considered sending a similar message to the one her husband received. Speaking on her Telling Everybody Everything podcast, Katherine explained how the former flame messaged Bobby to say she had a mutual friend with Katherine's ex. "Keep your cool in a Ganni dress like Katherine reduced to 108 pounds by now 155 pounds." The message arrived just 6 days after she welcomed her first child with Bobby, which they had announced on their respective social media pages. Discussing the private message, Katherine revealed she is not someone who is easily riled, but feared for her mental health after giving birth to her second child. She said, "I thought, oh no, I love being peaceful, what if that is taken away from me? Don't worry, it wasn't. I have remained cool, calm and collected. But 2 days ago something occurred in my relationship which threatened that peace. I had a baby 6 days before, so I was having some human feelings. Less of my robot, always happy, always calm self. More vulnerable to human emotions, I guess. I thought, how interesting. I paid attention to these feelings. So, my husband receives a DM on Instagram from a woman that he casually dated after having met on one of those apps, and this is years ago. We have been married for 2 years, so before that when he was living in Canada and single, so whatever." Reading out the message, she said, "This message said, oh hey, small world. I have a mutual friend with one of your wife's exes." Katherine admitted at this point she felt she had 2 choices of whether to react to the message or not, her initially instinct being to tell the woman to get off her lawn. The Duchess actress revealed she didn't think the ex had done anything wrong, as it was a lovely, friendly message, but it wouldn't be something she'd do herself. She said, "Would I look on social media and see someone I casually dated just had a baby with their wife 6 days ago? Would I message them? No. I am not an animal. Some of us were raised by wolves. I never would have sent that message, but fine." Katherine went on to reveal that the reason she had a negative feeling about the message was because her ex had been brought up so soon after having a baby. She said, "I did not like that. I had just had a baby and now the demon was brought into the room. There are certain exes I don't talk to or talk about. I don't want to hear their names. This is an ex who doesn't like me. Won't have nice things to say about me. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that." She was like, "We have this ex of hers as a mutual friend. I know that wouldn't have been a complimentary conversation. There is no way this person would have been like, I love Katherine. Great breakup. Totally demolished me. I had a great experience with her." She later added, "You don't talk to someone who is someone's enemy and then say, hey, we have this mutual person in common, who hates your wife. Not cool. That is what irked me about it." Katherine also added she was a bit embarrassed as she wants her husband's exes to think she is cool, however she felt certain that's not the impression her ex-boyfriend would give. The mother of 2 said, "I had to just swallow that embarrassment. What I was left with was the only thing that bothered me about it. That interaction was that I deemed it inappropriate because I don't like the ex and the ex doesn't like me, and because I had just had a baby 6 days ago. The lady slid into his DMs and can obviously see on Instagram because we have posted it. You leave that outside. You don't bring that up at the dinner table, and start having a conversation, giving it status, giving it power, acknowledging it in your relationship. This lady is not my relationship, but as soon as I open my mouth and say to Bobby, I don't think she should be messaging you, then this woman is standing naked in my living room. Don't give these things enough status to discuss them in your relationship. That is not what I am going to be discussing in my relationship. The couple announced the arrival of their son last Monday, with the comedian sharing a sweet selfie holding her baby to social media. A few hours after first sharing the news, new dad Bobby also took to Instagram to reveal their little one's name and gush that Katherine was a total hero. Alongside a stunning snap of the new parents about to head home with their son and posing on the steps of the Lindo wing, as well as a closer image of the tot. Bobby penned, "Our son Katherine Ryan Kootstra, born June 13. Mom has the reproductive organs of a finely tuned sports car, and in a flash raced this baby over the line just in time for kickoff. She's a total hero, heart, 3 hours start to finish." Katherine also posted a short clip of Bobby holding their little one while watching a Euro 2020 football game, saying their baby arrived just before kickoff. Katherine looked sensational as she lay with her little one and smiled for a selfie. She sported a pretty floral robe while the newborn was wrapped up in a cream blanket and sweet beige hat. The star, who had been sharing updates to Instagram throughout Sunday about her podcast, penned, "I have a really good reason yesterday's podcast was late." New dad Bobby seemed to already be taking to fatherhood like a pro, as he was seen cradling the baby while watching the Netherlands and Ukraine match at the hospital. The announcement comes just a day after Katherine shared a photo of her bump on Instagram, and only 2 weeks after she confirmed her pregnancy during a live recording of her podcast. Katherine surprised the audience at a recording of her telling everybody everything podcast in London when she stepped out on stage in a tight-fitting dress that clung to her huge baby bump. She refused to share her due date with the audience, as she told the crowd her main piece of pregnancy advice was to never reveal that piece of information. She also praised the Duchess of Sussex for having only said she will give birth to her second child in the summertime. Katherine explained being vague stopped people asking too many questions and comparing the size of her bump to other pregnant women. She later brought out her daughter Violet onto the stage, and the youngster said she was very excited to be a big sister.